Hi everyone. I decided to make another video because in May I'll be in another exhibition, and this time I'm making 3 very large thorn brooches for this exhibition. I've made these before, so I know the technique. It's not as steep of a learning curve. I know what problems to expect, but I wanted to share some of my discoveries from the past experience with you. For these brooches, the largest one is about 3 inches wide and 2 inches tall and about 1.5 inches, well, I guess wide. And this is the die for some of the smaller brooches. There's going to be 2 smaller brooches. They're shaped like rose thorns, and from that die will come these beauties, which will then be soldered to make a hollow formed rose thorn. And some things I learned from my past experience is that because this has an open end, there's going to be stretching in here that moves the metal up, so it's not going to be quite as tall as the die is. Another thing I learned is that normally on a round hollow form you can go around the edge with a chasing tool on a steel block and kind of tap down the edges so that they're flatter, these edges. You would tap around this area. What I learned the first time doing these is that because this has an open end, that does not work. Not for me anyway. The better technique I found was to simply put it on a flat sheet of sandpaper and to sand. I don't know if you can see that, but that is sanded along here to get your flat edge. You have to do that on both sides to get a flat, a very secure seal. So what I do is I get my sheet of copper. I've traced the thorn onto it, and then I trim it a little. I still give it some edge to pull in, and while I'm doing the pressing, so that it gets some volume. And then I'll anneal it. I will get it all lined up with this piece and actually tape it on there with masking tape to keep it centered so it doesn't move around unexpectedly. And then once it is pressed, I will once again trim it and sand the back so it's flat. And then I am going to be making another video for the next step, so I look forward to seeing you then.